feel like a lot of the times our anxiety comes from us projecting ourselves into the future. But when we're projecting ourselves into the future scenarios, we're projecting ourselves without the healing, the wisdom, the experience that's going to come in between now and that future. So we think, okay, this good thing could happen or that good thing can happen. And then what if I run into this situation? And then we think of it, and rightfully so, from the perspective of this is how I would handle it right now, and it would throw me back and it would throw me off, and then we kind of go in this subconscious spiral because we're then viewing our future as scary or anxiety inducing to some extent, because we're like, okay, well, I see myself getting the things that I want, I'm putting in all this work, but then when I get there, this can happen and it'll set me back. But in between now and that future time, you're going to have so much growth. You're going to have so much healing, especially if you focus and put the intention on doing those things. So even if you do run into that event that right now would trip you up or hold you back or set you back a couple chapters, when you run into that on the other side of that healing and growth, it's not even going to trip you. You're just going to walk right over it and be like, oh, that was the test. So sometimes when we're in those deep anxiety-induced spirals, if we just shift perspective to, could that bad thing happen? Sure. But if I focus every day a little bit on my growth and healing, that bad thing is going to be this big instead of this big, and it's not even going to trip me up or scare me at all, because I will know confidently that if it's me versus anything in my path, I know I'm going to win because I've won every time till this point. So it's kind of just shifting perspective and allowing yourself to be like, this is a test of my will. How much am I going to focus on myself so that when the hard things do happen, I'm approaching them from so much of a higher perspective that it doesn't really matter to some extent, because I'm accepting these lessons as further healing and growth.